Hello Libra. This is your timeless reading, but we are doing this on the 29th of May 2025, in case you're wondering. So yeah, as always, it will be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. And yeah, we have, to begin, we're going to look at some 3 oracle cards here, which I've already just drawn from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. We have, first of all, we have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given and dance with the universe. So honoring your inner force with that one. Next we have Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. These are both really awesome spirit guides to have and to tap into. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. And yeah, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration, love are coming to you. So these are very kind of sources, kind of extending a lot of love and compassion. You are recognized by your guides. You are loved unconditionally, and yeah, you are being guided. Okay, here, Libra. For you to remember that you are being guided. And that you are loved unconditionally. Let's see what's going to jump out here. And once again, actually, the Ascendant Master Melchizedek has been present for the readings this week, as well as Brotherhood and Sisterhood of the Rose. We have had Metatron, Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light being spirit guides, and we have 2 here for the center being the High Priestess and wow. The 3 of Swords, interesting combo. We've also have a little pack of cards that's just jumped out here conveniently for us. We have the 8 of Wands. We also have the 9 of Wands here for you, Libra. The Empress, the Sun, which is lovely, and the Hermit. Okay, and we also have the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress. Actually, Scorpio had the Emperor and the Empress as well. Okay, you also have the Lovers. And the 9 of Pentacles. Very nice. And on the bottom of the deck, you have Justice. I don't know what it is today with the with the Major Arcana, but there's a whole lot of Major Arcana coming out in the reading. So there's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff. Probably releasing a lot of stuff and realigning in a big way. And probably a lot of that's going on while we're sleeping. That's what I'm getting. You have High Priestess, Empress, the Sun, Hermit, Emperor, and the Lovers, and Justice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, Libra, I'm just going to absorb these energies, have a closer look, and get back to you in a minute or 2. Okay, Libra, I think this reading is actually about you really tuning into your ability to be a High Priestess. Like, be receptive to source insights, downloads, and also, you know, maybe there's some healing, okay? And maybe you are sensitive to these energies coming down. There's energy of like rain in this card, so it's almost like coming down from the heavens here. And also understanding this connection between thoughts and feelings and emotions. Okay, and I think you're also understanding this connection between the emotions and frequency, as well as thoughts and frequency. Okay, so because the other thing I've noticed is that you're feeling really receptive here with the Empress. This is you being really grounded at the moment. Okay, and I think you're feeling into this source connection. You also have this really Sun card, which is joy, inner child, confidence, a lot of source connection as well coming in for you here. And at the moment you are experiencing, you know, Hermit, which is understandable. Maybe you're withdrawing to just consolidate some of these, I guess, intuitions that you are having maybe about healing, okay, or it can also be downloads from source and from spirit guides. External forces around you are, this is an Emperor energy, so you know, this could even be that this could be a potential partner even, okay, because you also have here the Lovers, and you have the Empress and the Emperor. Okay, it's not very often that they come out together in a reading. So maybe there's you know, someone that you are seeing at the moment, but you could be feeling also like there's some healing that you're wanting to go through. But yeah, I think there's a few things. You're becoming really sensitive to yourself, to the energies. You're picking up on a lot of things, and this is really nice. This is a nice balance of energy in, energy out. So you're being able to focus yourself, your passions and your interests here, so that you can have some time for yourself, as well as doing your purpose or being there or service to others as well. Okay, so servicing, balance, helping attention to self and others is in this card, which is also really abundant. So I feel like if this is a new connection that's involved, also talking about in this reading, that you're going to be able to balance that really nicely. And I think the two of you are going to be able to feel as though that the higher self is present. Okay, this is Justice. This is your power card, Libra. So it's almost like if you're been looking for a peace, harmony and balance in a connection, then it's probably going to be happening. Okay, now use your discernment. If you don't feel that that's happening at all, don't you know, go with your own intuition. Okay, first and foremost. This is balance, personal truth. Okay, so this person, whoever it is, I think they're going to be, if you feel like you need to move into your empowerment or do whatever it is that you need to do, then they are going to be backing you 100%. Okay, they're going to be really supportive. You're going through some changes at the moment, but I think you're wanting, this is energy of sort of swiftness, but that, you know, it's going to happen. So if, you know, if you have been, maybe you've been associating with this person and you've sort of been eyeing each other off, I think maybe you will be kind of going out on a date soon if that hasn't already happened. Okay, but the other thing too is that this healing, or this stepping into your inner child energy and being open to your Empress, your abundance, is going to be happening soon as well. Because what's happened is that I think you've just decided that you recently that you're going to wrap something up here. Okay, I think there's a certain amount of, you know, there might be some heartache here. Maybe there's some grief having to let go of something that you've been working for a long time on. Maybe this is an obsolete job role now that you feel it's no longer serving you. And of course, we do become attached to things when we've been doing them for a long time, and so there's naturally going to be some like a grief and letting go process there. But it's interesting that you have the inner strength and the inner knowing and the wisdom to know what to do and how to deal with this. Or you might also, maybe you'll be consulting with someone who is an expert in, I guess, navigating sensitive matters. Okay, sometimes Justice talks about contracts or paperwork or something like that. So maybe you'll be kind of talking with someone about the details, okay, the details of how things are going to play out. Let's clarify the Emperor. That could be, you know, I get a feeling that it's a person here. Let's just get some confirmation of that for you, Libra. I think you're definitely, okay, 6 of Wands. Yeah, so this is sort of recognition. So maybe, yeah, maybe, you know, externally in your environment, you're going to be getting some recognition. Or maybe this is someone who is, you know, maybe they have a leadership role or a bit of a public role, and that maybe that's what this, you know, is sort of representing. But the 6 is usually harmonious. It's a harmonious number. Okay, so the Lovers is actually 6 as well. Number 6. So numbers of harmony, peace and balance here, which is kind of good, because sometimes the Emperor can be a little bit rigid, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, if a 4 of something had come out there, I would have been you know, a little bit more of a red flag. But we have the Six of Wands there, so that's kind of good, because it's almost saying that, you know, this person, if they are successful, they're also going to be, you know, all in for you having success as well. Okay, because sometimes people can be a bit strange like that. Sometimes some people don't like other people to be successful, and, you know, for whatever reason, that is a bit dysfunctional. But anyway, let's see what else we can clarify here. Let's clarify the eight. I was going to say the Eight of Wands, but yeah, this can be a warning also that with the Eight of Wands, it can be just to remember to not drive yourself to exhaustion. Okay, if you feel like there's a lot of stuff moving fast, it's really remembering to take breaks. So that's why the Four of Swords is in here, and also just remember that little extra meaning of the Eight of Wands. So take some breaks, okay, when you need to. Maybe even literally go outside in nature and sit under a tree or something like that. For you here, Libra, okay. Yeah, you have the Moon in the High Priestess and the Sun. So it's almost like your subconscious and your conscious minds are becoming more harmonious. Okay, you also have this image of higher self here. So your soul, I really love how the Nine of Pentacles is there at the end, because that's just a really nice celebration of your personal balance, your achievement, your comfort, you know, a really great lifestyle, and you're fulfilling your passions here, okay, really high frequency. That's really nice, as well as the Empress. A lot of positivity here for you, Libra. And not only that, we have, I was looking at the Empress and I was just pulled the King of Wands. This is your inner child, okay? Being receptive to those playful energies, to that aspect of yourself, and allowing yourself to have some fun as well. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. We might just get a little bit of maybe a guidance card on this. I feel like whatever you are actually, you've become really good at something here, Libra, and I feel that, excuse me, okay, so I had too many. Right. These cards, these two here just jumped out. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of, excuse me, Cups. And that's more or less saying that it is literally time to move on. So let's put them in this order, sorry. It's literally time to move on to something that's more fulfilling. Okay, that's what the Eight of Cups is talking about. So this has probably run its gamut. That will be wrapping up soon is what this is kind of looking like. It might not be, well, I don't need to say soon, but I think you have a sense, Libra, that at some point of time in the future, this is whatever you're working on here, you've been working hard on, is probably going to wind up, okay? And you are probably then going to be looking at what the next thing is going to be, okay? And I have a feeling that it might be something to do with you, with your intuition and your spirit connection here. Okay, that could be what that is saying there for you. You have the Hermit and the High Priestess. So, I mean, you could even be, you know, looking into doing tarot readings or working intuitively, maybe working as a counsellor or a guide of some sort. Okay, Woman of the Grove came out with Grace, which is really nice. And you also have Bear Spirit, which is healing. And that is really awesome, given that, you know, there's something at the center here that you're healing. And I have a feeling it's to do with some grief as a result of letting go of whatever it is that you feel you need to let go of in order to move forward into the next thing in your life. Purification, okay. Pine Spirit. So pine trees or pine forest might be something nice you might like to. An environment to put yourself into. And we have miracles. So yeah, we are moving into the era of miracles and magic. So yeah, don't be surprised if something awesome happens. And purity. And I think this is your purity of intention. I think you are feeling your pure source connection here. There's a lot of high frequency cards here. I'm just going to hold them up again. I mean, the High Priestess is high frequency also, but look at all this yellow here. Okay, Libra, you have a lot of high frequency energy here. And I feel that you also have purification and purity coming out in the Oracle cards. So I feel like you're probably feeling like you're a bit of an intermediary at the moment between spirit and, you know, messages coming through. You're being really open to them. So that's what I have for you. I think we might wrap up there. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that's been helpful. Look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.